Hi, my name is Vishal and I'm a senior trainer in multimedia education. I have 18 years of industry experience and let's get started with the video. Hello guys, welcome to the part 2 of the series. So in this video, let's try to build the later parts of the torso. So I am referring the Anatomy for Sculptors book, and this is a very great book, 1 point of reference for anatomy, and one book can generally solve your lot of anatomical questions and doubts. So I would strongly recommend you to purchase this book, and you can see that in the description. I've shared the link. So I've taken some screenshots from that document, and I'll open that references for you. And what I am doing right now is opening this image in my render view, so that I can generally keep this aside and then just talk to you regarding this. So I think I'll open all one by one. So whenever you're loading this series of images in the render view, I would have opened in the picture viewer, but the problem is whenever I just click Maya, it will just go back. Instead you can use Deskpin app also, but render view should be the right tool without installing the Deskpin. So any image you have loaded, what you have to do is, first let's say I'll open this image, click this button, it will store here, then open the next image, then click, then open, click, open. So we'll be referring all these images, okay? Sometimes I load. Same image again and again. So there you go. So I've got all the images here, so you should able to see that I can slide through and then generally get the references viewed, magnify, and then give a closer look. So firstly we'll try to understand some elements of the torso. What you're able to see here is the skeleton anatomy of the human body, and I would like to mention some landmarks which you generally see in the human body. So firstly there is a bone here which is called clavicle bone, okay, and this can be touched. You can touch yourself and you can feel the clavicle bone here. This is also one landmark bone which you can touch in the between of the chest or breast. You could see this is called sternum, okay, or people call as breastbone. And this is rib cage. As you could see, a rib cage generally protects the vital organs, and you should able to see arc like shape forming here. This is also a landmark which you can see in lean physics. You have the humerus bone, which is the upper arm, which is again not part of the torso, but somewhere related to the torso modeling. So that's something we should know about the skeleton. And then you should able to see this is this is the sternum bone, and this is the clavicle bone. Clavicle bone is slightly arched from the top view, so you should able to see this small arch. I'll be taking care of that shape also while modeling the thing. So you should able to see while on the muscles on the top, the clavicle and the sternum are quite visible. And in terms of bone anatomy, there's a small pit here between the pectoral muscle and the deltoid muscle. You should feel that slight pit between these two areas. That's also something really important you should take care about. And we have below the the chest muscles. I've not see we are not sculpting the model for high frequency details. We are trying to get the bulk forms of it, and I'm trying to get as close as possible with the reference, but not going too much into the high frequency details. Okay, so what you are able to see is the light colored area is basically six pack muscles or rectus abdominis. Okay, so you should able to see 1 2 3 4 all that muscles, and you have external oblique muscle and serratus anterior, and here you could see trapezius muscle. So all are clearly visible, and if you can generally refer this picture from the Anatomy for Sculptors book, you should able to see every muscle has been nicely named, and you could generally refer them, and we'll follow this guide, and then we'll try to get the result as close as possible. Okay, so let's get started with this. So I'll be coming down to this area today. So let's open the perspective view, and we'll try to, when we take a break, okay, in model, you could able to see mistakes and fix that mistakes. And I should able to see I've created that sternum gap, which is very important, that small little gap, and I'll be selecting these faces. Okay, or maybe I can to better understand, you should able to see there is a small gap here. Okay, there's a small gap here, that gap has to be built. So what we will do is we will select that face. Okay, and these faces till your abs muscle. Okay, and then just move it, and I'm trying to identify that small gap. I'm trying to maintain that, and it should be pretty flat, and you should able to see the way the shape is going. Okay, just a minute. I'm just looking for this grease pencil. Okay, and if you could see the shape from the bottom is like this. So generally it should be like a round arc. So this shape, I just wanted to make it round. That's something really I should take care of. So let me fix that thing. So I'm going to select these points and then start making it arc. Okay, so do it like that. So don't care about the reference, that was a 2D drawing, and looking into that model will take you wrong places. So 3D space is very important. How your model has been built in 3D space is the real concern. So I'm just trying to adjust the points from different perspective. Okay, so I've got this, and I'm going to increase this space slightly bigger than in the center. Okay, here this is small and this is large. That's one thing I should really take care of. And you should able to see there is one part of this rectus abdominis. So I'm going to select that. I just maybe I can just select that lines. Okay, and then just hold shift and then drag all the way to the bottom here. Okay, so let's try to make or match the reference like that. And what is really important is it should match the side view. Okay, and now again what I'm going to do, I'm going to just try to make it correct in terms of perspective view is concerned. So I should just make it round again, and then start dividing it. Okay, so abs are basically more organic muscles, so don't try to make it more uniform. You try to keep it very organic by shape. What I mean to say is like modeling soap or shampoo bottle is different from modeling apple. Okay, so they are irregular by shape, so keep it organic as much as possible when you're trying to build this. So one important thing is the sizes. As you see, the first set of muzzle is smaller, then the size increased and then further increased, and then it is now one piece. There was a split earlier, but here below the navel you should able to see that's merged into abdomen, so that's really important. So I'm coming into the front view. You can switch off the color management just in case if your picture is too bright. So I'll be taking my take on the sizes and proportions of the chest muzzle. The reference what I've taken is just for a simple guide, but this reference is more important for me. So I'm going to use a multi-cut tool, hold control and then just add a line there. Okay, and I need to adjust these lines like that. Okay, slightly stretched. As I was telling you, I just wanted this to be slightly smaller in comparative to the abs which are below. Okay, and let's try to add one more which is slightly bigger than this. Okay, I could see it's slightly big. Whenever you're adding lines, make sure that you're adjusting them. And then I'll add one more line, and this time let's put it to the navel. So this as you could see, the pegs are not correctly placed, so I'm just putting here. I hold control roughly here. If you could see external oblique curve some. Okay, I just try to put this is external oblique, and I just try to put the navel point here. Okay, that's good. And then you have navel sitting at this place, and so this looks like a stylized body figure because you could see this huge abdomen from the navel in terms of this arrangement. So fine, no problem. So what we will do is we'll try to put details, add lines into it. Okay, and you should able to see the second ab has got slight volume here. This is where the rib cage is visible, so we need to take care of this detail also while you're sculpting it, not in terms of the flow. So let's try to add lines. I'm holding control, and then if I hold shift, it will be precisely like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%. So if you want to keep them in the middle, you can generally do it. Okay, so once that is done, I'll just try to keep this lines little bit closer. Again, it's my take. Now, even if, let's say, if it's not looking great at this point, don't worry, because your model is not completed at this level. We have to, you know, refine it until we get the right result. Okay, so don't worry about how things are coming. Just see what you can do best. So if you want to add that slight volume of the abs, so you can select that faces. Okay, select that faces and then extrude them. So I'm holding shift and then drag and then scale it. Now I'll just take the side view, okay, and then try to make this look more organic. So generally the abs, what I do, will have a slight gravity to this. So if I generally make it like this, so you don't have the gravity, so the lower end is more bulged than the top end, so that I'm just taking care of the abs. I need to clear it. I'll assign a simple Phong shader and just give a gray color. I will delete the history and then just keep it slightly dark. You can press 3 and just have a look on the model what you're getting. So again, don't worry about what's coming up at this level, because all you can refine it further once you keep doing it. So I'm going to select here, I'll be adding a line, okay, or few lines. So I'm going to use this. Okay, so I just wanted that nice gap coming here and then extrude it. And if you feel that that lines are not really working or helping you, don't worry, again we can delete and fix things. So I'll just keep the gap between these abs very close, so I need to push these points as close as possible. Just see what's coming up, and as I told you, try to keep things more organic. Okay, I will add a line here also. Again, it's giving me that shape, so I need to fix that. try to relax these points here. I will add a line again here and select the faces. Extrude and scale. All the shapes should be round. And I don't want too much gap coming between these two ab muscles. Just go and check, and if you feel it's too strong, you can relax it with the sculpt tool. Just you need to select the sculpting tool and you have this relax tool, and then just try to relax like that. It gives that low amount of extrusion. Sculpting and fine tuning is definitely on the way, so we are just trying to build the flow and volumes. So it's too early to get into the details. So I'm going to add a few lines here. So I'm going to put a line there like that. And just try to build the navel. As this muzzle is too big, so I need to add more lines. So I'm double clicking this line, hold shift and right click, and then say bevel edge. That single line turns into double line. So that's quick way how I add lines without affecting the shape. So, and this line is important because I'm going to modify this again. Go to the low view and then see how these lines are in reference with the details we have here. I'm using arrows to shift from one point to the other point like that. So I was the reason this line is now helpful, I just try to create that gap for the navel, and then I can generally get the navel built here. Okay, so I'll be adding a line which is going to be like that, and then again you can refer navels for it is person to person very different, so try to get as close as possible. I'm deleting that faces, and when I scale the faces, that points went off center, so just need to I'm using the grid snap for it, and then let's see what I get. Again, this is just a flow. Don't worry about the way it is looking, completely ignore it. Just we'll refine it as we go further, adding more details. So for getting the volume for the the abdomen, sorry, I'll have to manually create the loops what we get in extrude, because as I'm doing the left and right, so extrusion here can be possible, but full extrusion is not possible. So I'm using multi-cut tool and then manually drawing that flow to get that complete extrusion there, like that. So that is a full extrusion. Now I can add lines, so I'm using the multi-cut tool. I'm adding at least 3 lines here and just trying to get that nice organic roundness. Here, so abdomen will be slightly bulged at the bottom here. Again, as I told, it should look round. I just make it slightly arched. I also make a hardened edge. A hardened edge or softened edge are the tools which I use often, because when your model is having the soft edge and some parts of the model has been extruded and that becomes hard, then the model looks odd. So I prefer to keep either hard or soft edged model. Okay, so I got some features as per the placement what I was expecting. Now one thing I should able to do is like the flow of the other side of the model should go like this. So I'll again take the grease pencil, so the flow should go this way, and it's like this is the sun. Again, it's in oval shape, all the sun rays. So that's the flow what I prefer to get at this point. So it's very simple to do with what I have got right now. So I'm going to select all the lines. Till there, and then move it, and then it's simple. Okay, so just do that. And what you need to do is you need to again respect the shape in 3D space, and then start making them uniform. So the points should be uniformly spaced. So I'm moving them like that. I will merge these 2 points. There is slight zigzag on all areas, so just try to fix that. Again, go to mesh display and then apply soften edge like that. Okay, and you should able to see the flow. This flow will come here, and that flow I'll just take the grease pencil, so this flow will go like that, and that will go like that. So that's something which I expect here. So I'm roughly selecting till this point. Actually the middle part of this app, the second app where the ribs are ending, but I will select as per this reference here. And I'm just putting that like that. Again, just try to keep it in respect with the pectoral muscles. Just I'm dragging it that way. Okay, you can use the scale tool to match the reference again, and then start taking that along with the chest muscle. Okay, so like that. So here under the arm, I'll just again the the latissimus dorsi muscle will flow like that. So we have to connect this muscle still here, and then you should able to end up that flow there. So it's like just connecting them, and then you're almost done for this part. And you could see some gap here between the rectus abdominis and external oblique, so we'll try to build that volume. And what happens when it goes back, that only can be learnt once we start doing the back side of this torso. So let's see that as we progress further. Now I need to adjust the placement of this, again respecting this torso flow. I'll be using the append to polygon tool, and then start filling this gap like that, and then connect that lines with the multi-cut tool. So there is a huge stress in the points. Relax them. Okay, I could see the faces are too long, so for that I'll be using the slide edge tool here first and add a few lines. Okay, I just wanted it to be more denser, so adding more lines at this point like that. I'm applying bevel, so that, as I told, that's my trick to add line in a model without affecting the curvatures. That goes good. There are too many lines in this particular area because we have added lines here. So there's a trick here that you can merge 3 lines and then delete the alternate line like that. That's a trick you can generally use anytime, and then delete this particular face to reduce the density of the polygons, what's going on there. So how does that will work, I'll tell you. Generally when you have too many lines coming like that, okay, so this lines has to be reduced to 1. So you do that. There are 3 lines here, so what you need to do is that 3 lines will become 1 line. So you connect that like that, so that becomes a quad, and there is a single line going on. So that's a trick you can use. Some riggers suggest you not to use them. In that case, try some other technique of sorting out the flow. There are definitely different ways to handle that, and it's not a tough job to do at all, and we can do it without any issue. So you could able to see this side view, and that thin sheath is the rectus abdominis, and this is the external oblique, okay, and that external oblique I can generally build. So I'm going to select this, okay. As I told here, this is rib cage, which has got slight volume of external oblique. So what I have to do is, okay, so that's the gap between the abs muscle. That's the, so I'm going to slide it and then add a line. So how I'm adding this line, I select one edge, hold control right click, to ring utilities and to edge ring split from the marking menu, and that will generally give me some volume if I just move that like that and then like that. That separation I get it here, okay. And I just wanted to delete this line here like that and then connect it this way, and then just slightly make this round. I'm trying to get the volumes of the okay, that volume is what I'm trying to get. Okay, so you there's a small dent like thing. I just try to give that bulge. The density what I have got here, this part, it's not seen here, so I'm going to select the line and slide it, and then here I'll add a line, okay. So that makes it more uniform. As I told you, when I model, okay, I make sure that the quads are more square than rectangle, so that's something really important. So going good all the way. I'm going to select all that. Okay, this has to be slightly inside, and then I'll just move it down. So if you could carefully look, there is a white line here, that is pelvic bone. That's a landmark again, and it's taking this shape. So I would show you what exactly it looks like. So I want this to be going this way, okay. So I need to pull all that points like that, and also you should able to see there is a slight volume getting built here like that, and that volume gives that nice shape to the torso. So let me put the points the way I was expecting it, like that. Okay, this is the gap and this is the volume I should build. So I have to add lines here. So I'm using the multi-cut tool and then make it round like that. Okay. So let's first merge to fix things. So how many lines we have this side? I'm going to add that many lines and then start merging them. And then here I'm going to delete this line and connect it like that. So what happens with that is sorry, this is this way. So if you feel that this external oblique sculpting is not very correct, so you can use a sculpting tool. Okay. Right now it's the default sculpting mode, so I'm holding control and then pushing that and then smoothing out and then bringing up. I use the tool settings and the strength I'll just put it to 0.1 and then you can increase the brush size and then just get that. External oblique volume. Okay, so this physique is bulky, so perfectly okay to get that broad torso. I sometimes keep the harder edge model and then try to understand the volumes, and also I see it in the smooth way, I see it in the hard way, and try to understand what's going on there. And I keep rotating it from different views and see where I can fix things. I hope this looks nice at this level. So we will try to do the back side of the torso in the next video. Stay